Hello everyone, this is Bhagyashri and it's great to interact with you all today. As you all know, you've got a little reference about me. I am a senior consultant with Umam Consultants. I'm a Bosch consultant and I also have co-founded Lean in Women at Work. And today we are here to talk about how to increase our online presence or how to enhance it, how to make it more impressive, how to have this aura around our online digital presence as well, like the way we have in our personal space. And but since we are going all of us going through this pandemic time, it has become very and extremely important than what it was earlier to create this online presence since everything is happening socially, virtually. Everything has become social media specific, and how do you even talk, how do you even behave, how do you even sit during your Zoom calls or your Hangout calls is become very important. And how you, as I said, how do you increase that aura has become very important. So, like when we say about online presence, what exactly is online presence? So, online presence is like the sum of the identities you've created, can be personal or business driven, professionally driven, and the interactions those identities have established and participated in online. Yeah? This online word becomes very important now. Your online presence has a very broad reach, and when built successfully, it can spread brand awareness and gain your fans, followers, customers, or anything else you would ever want for your professional life, or if you have a business, anything. There are various ways that you can build your online presence. There is a certain strategy that you have to drive, and it keeps on happening on a daily basis. It is nothing that it happens overnight. Online presence has never been created. Like for example, I have a very huge online presence. I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Instagram, Twitter. And I have created this online presence for myself and the organization I work for, or even for Lean and Women at Work, or the things that I love to do. I have created it very strategically, and I have kept on, uh, updating it. It's very important that you keep on updating your online presence. You have to keep on changing as per the trends, or be a trendsetter. Why just to be a trend follower? Even when it comes to being social online, you have to be a trend setter. But if you really don't know, if an idea doesn't click to you, what new to do, go with the flow. Go just look up online what is happening. What are the hashtags? Very important. Using the relevant hashtags, trending. What are the trends? So we have got some questions. I will read out those questions and then I will answer all of them together because almost all the questions are bundling up together, which will give a better understanding. So we have Nisha Pathak who has said, I'm a restarter. I have a gap of 5 years. How do I build an online presence around my career gap and showcase my previous experience? So it's very important when you have a gap of 5 years and that you do not showcase it as a gap of 5 years. Now that's very tricky, but that's very important. When you're speaking someone on a telephone or in a personal space, it's very easy to say to cover up those 5 years of experience by speaking relevant things that you've upskilled yourself and you've learned, and pressing more on the things you've done before your career gap. But when it comes to creating an online presence, I think you will obviously begin with LinkedIn, which is probably the most and the best professional online network that exists to form connections and be in touch with different people. It's also important that you join the right group. And I think even WhatsApp gets included when we talk about the online presence now, right? Involve the right amount of WhatsApp in your social online presence. Let go of the WhatsApp University. Just ignore it, and build your online portfolio, highlighting the skills that are appealing, that are use the keywords, use the right keywords. As I already mentioned, follow the trend, see what is getting, be abreast with the recent happenings, and use those things to your advantage. And it's very important that, as I mentioned, strategize. First, strategize what are your goals. When you say you have 5 years of career gap and you want to make a difference in your online presence, because at the end of the day, you want to make a difference to your professional life. So, first, make a sheet of your SMART goals. Yeah, make sure those are smart and track the progress. First and foremost, it's very important that you understand your short and long term goals. What is your short term goal when you say you've had a gap and you want things to change? So, first, you write down your goals. You can easily refer back and track and measure your progress at any point of time. You want to make sure that you are doing online is helping, what you're doing online is helping you take a step towards accomplishing your goals. So, um, don't just build an online presence because you're supposed to just put random things. No, don't do that. Build it strategically so that it can help your overall business. Your it can your when I say business, it means your image, your professional image, your business image that you are. Yeah, and you have to first of all you can only put things online that you've done. You can't really be saying things which you've not done. So you need to have a substantial backup to speak about. So make sure that you've created that over the period of time. I'm sure when you've taken a 5 years gap, you've used that time also to upskill yourself. So keep writing about it, keep posting about it, use the right hashtags, start building relationships with the people you think will make sense, are relevant to your kind of work. Speaking of relationships, something that's really important when you're trying to build your presence or being seen. If no one knows you, then presumably they won't be looking for your Facebook profile or your Instagram stories or your LinkedIn. You should be seen. You should be around. You should interact. It's very important that you are social. You should find a group or community of individuals who fit the description of the kind of people or the kind of avatar you want to be. So join these communities who have the potential to give you priceless insights into what's your goal. And knowing this, that it will help you pivot and create the exact content that you want to post. Then I think then the next question. And yes, the most important thing is your online. You have to create a digital resume. It's very easy to create a resume on a paper, but the whole thing that we do on online is it is our digital resume, and it extends of it's far more than just a piece of our paper. Yeah, and that digital resume has to speak about your work experience. So highlight what you've done earlier, keep speaking about it, your skills, your affiliations, and your affiliations can be the different type of courses when you're associated with some groups or communities, your contact information. So that becomes your digital resume, which will be very interesting. Then we have a question from Aruna: how to work on presenting myself through my online profile. I think it's a lot similar. So it also depends what type of and why do you want to present yourself online? What is your goal? Again, coming back to the goals again and again. Without strategizing a goal, without strategizing why you want to do something online, you really cannot decide your action plan. Only a goal can decide your action plan, and only that you can decide how to present yourself on the online profile. So, if you are uh, chasing an organization, chasing an HR person for a right kind of job that you're looking for, then getting a job is like getting married. It's the official recognition of a situation that already exists. So show how you can do the job, and you are more likely to get the job. So it's very important that you keep on building up your profile that speaks that how good you are at a certain thing. So when you're good at certain thing, you are going to get it. So when your profile is seen by the right kind of HR or the recruiters, if you're chasing for a job, the keywords will attract it. So the relevant post, speaking about how you upskill yourself is going to help you. One more thing that I would like to add is, um, you know, your, Be social and engaging. One of the greatest things about internet is that it allows you to be everywhere. So I'm not saying that, and I don't even agree with the fact that you have to be everywhere and every specific platform. No, again, strategize where you want to be, where you want to be specifically. So you have to, I do believe a lot in testing and then choosing one or two social media channels that work best for you and your kind of work. If you are into something like something very creative, online, if you have an online business, or you're a professional who's into very creative kind of work, then Instagram works wonders for you. Yeah. But if you're something into really something, you're a woman in tech or something like that, then LinkedIn works wonders for you. And then there is YouTube, there's Medium page, there's Pinterest, there's Quora. Use all of it, right? Blogs. If that is something that is going to help, if you can pen down your thoughts and processes about the work that you do or the work that interests you, so write it down, or put it down on a blog or a LinkedIn article or something on or an activity on YouTube channel. That also helps in creating the whole aura that you want on the online. But being social does mean you should have at least, one or two profiles set up that you regularly post and engage on. And consistency is the key. If you're not able to manage your social channels by posting regularly and being a part of the conversation, then it's going to be real hard for you to increase your fan following or the kind of people you want to attract. Social media can be great marketing tool to help you gain fans and followers. So once you have those followers, it will help you develop a strong relationship with those you know and those who trust you. Yeah. So next question. Let's go to the next question by Manasvi Hegre. What are some of the ways to build a strong network through my online profile? I think I've already said it. I've already mentioned how you have to be social, you have to be engaging, you need to be associated with different communities. If you can, then why not write down a blog or an article, be active, start your own YouTube channel. So, and if it's related to your, as I said, if you're kind of a woman in tech, then LinkedIn has become the go-to site for career-related networking. Let LinkedIn automatically make the easy connections by sending invites to everyone in your address. And take heed of its periodic suggestions of other members you might know based on your information or background. While LinkedIn is a place for all the career-related things, don't limit yourself to LinkedIn. I keep on saying this. Even Instagram and Facebook has, create an Instagram account, um, create a Facebook page if that is the kind of work you are into. That also helps a lot. And Twitter, oh my God, keep on Twitter. The Twitter handle is on rage. If you and so with Twitter you have to be real little tricky. As Twitter has word limits. You also have to be very smart. What kind of words you want to use on Twitter to attract the right kind of people and attract the right words, the right keywords will help you. It will be like bang on because it can really help you to engage with thought leaders and other professionals. So before you reach out to possible new networking connections, reach out to your existing connections first. It's a great way to start to build up your online network. The next question is Hetal Patel. Hey, I'm not much of a tech savvy person. How do I build an impressive online identity for myself? Trust me, Hetal, even I was not a very tech savvy person. But if you visit now my all my social media pages, you will be like amazed. So as I said, doesn't happen overnight. Take efforts, take one at a time. Decide on a day every week what you would like to target today. Today, let's take it as Instagram. Tomorrow, let's take it as Facebook. Then day after tomorrow, let's take it as LinkedIn. But also remember, you will keep on getting a lot of discussions and debates happening on LinkedIn or other platforms. And if you think your piece of advice, your 2 cents are going to really make a difference, go for it and type it. Speak sense. That's it. That is what it's all about it. If you think your ideas are going to get you noticed by posting something on the social media, please go for it. That's how you take baby steps and build your online platform. Next, we have is Divyalata Bhandari. What are some essentials to put my best foot forward through my online identity? think I've already answered this. As I had already mentioned, these are all jumbled up, all not jumbled up. Sorry, I mean to say it's all bundled. All the questions are bundled, and they're all of them are about how to really create a good, impressive online presence. So one thing I would like to add is always be optimizing and improving. Don't get stuck thinking that you can't put something out there until it's perfect. It's never going to be perfect. Trust me. Just go for it. Go for what you think. Have a clean, easy, simple language. Just start knowing that you will always be improving upon your content and what you have to offer. You can always edit it. Today morning, I might post something, and by afternoon, I think, oh, I can add just one line which will make more sense. Just edit it. There's always an editing option. Yeah. So continuously looking for ways to improve and optimize your site or your social media presence can help your content post launches 100 times. Yeah, better than not launching at all, better than not starting at all. And it's a process. The longer you wait to start, the longer it will be until you are able to reach your goals. So the only factor you should remember is provide consistent and valuable content. Yeah, whether it's your website, you might have your own website also, your online community, the communities you are connected to, your YouTube channel or any other social media platform should always be looking to provide consistent valuable content first. I think the valuable content is very important. Let's see the next question. uh, Jigna Sharma. Hi, how much do you think an online identity is important in terms of getting a job while in an interview? So it's very important, yeah. Nowadays, yes, we know organizations who do a background check on your online presence, what kind of pictures you are posting, what kind of personal life you have, or what kind of professional thought process or professional views you have, because they want someone who will align with their culture, align with their thought process. So they want to really check if you as a person are aligning your your thought process, your mindset, or your views. It can be political also, yeah, are matching with their views or at least aligned, not matching but at least aligned. So online presence can affect your job search in either way, positive or negative. So if you learn to leverage your social profile and network correctly, you can position yourself above other candidates. So utilize the benefits. Yeah, always utilize the benefits for your and if nowadays since the interviews are only happening, that it's online, that itself becomes an online presence. So how you dress up, how you speak, what kind of photos you've posted. Uh, I don't want to get into the nitty gritties of the kind of photos you should post, but they're all mature adults here, and we know how we should go about it. In terms of privacy, Tina is asking this question. In terms of privacy, how do I make sure my online identity is secure when I build it? So we have certain privacy features on all our social media. You cannot post your phone number. That is that is how you can be sure. Email ID is something that we should have on the relevant social media. Like LinkedIn should have your email ID. Phone numbers is something that a lot of us avoid. Even I avoid posting my phone number because that is what can be a breach of privacy. So, and since we are there for networking and for other important things, email ID or handles of your other social media pages, like on Facebook having LinkedIn handle, on LinkedIn having Facebook page, it's fine. That is okay. But you can avoid posting your phone numbers or your very intimate pictures or your personal data to avoid the breach of privacy. Using an email ID is very professional. It potential employers may want to connect with you, so email ID is required. You can restrict access to any pictures or messages or video that you do not want to be seen by your boss, co-workers, or anyone else. So you have to also keep on always updating your privacy settings on your social media network. Use a dedicated email ID so that your so that that one email ID is there for all your online presence. And as I mentioned, do not post your phone numbers or any other private information that you're not really comfortable sharing. Can you just, Yashoda is asking, can you just some platform to create, can you, I think she means, can you just mention some professional platforms to create a professional online identity? I think we've covered this. Yeah. We have already mentioned about the different mediums available and how do you approach those different mediums available. And it's not really very difficult, let me tell you, to Yashoda and to everyone else. Just take the first baby step. Start with whatever you're comfortable with. And it might sound look like a very difficult maze. So I'll tell you, I came on Instagram very late in life. Yeah, maybe small kids have started coming on Instagram, and I was the last person. But at first, I found it really very difficult. And you are in your comfort zone of Facebook and LinkedIn. You find it really very difficult or something like a maze. No, but once I started, and once I was really confused how to post something on Instagram. I asked a colleague who was younger to me, these younger people, you should ask them questions so they know it better. So she told me, and once you start using it, you keep on exploring the other features, and that's how it becomes easier. So, and all the networks or all the platforms are created to be user friendly. Yeah, so we should really not be worried about how can I do it or if I won't be able to do it. Uh, I'm sure you can do it. It's very easy and it's very comfortable. Apsara is asking, assuming professional online identities are the future, some points I should keep in mind while creating one now. Yes, I think professional online identities are no more future, they are the present. We are talking here about the reality now. We are very much into creating our online professional identity, and it is very important. So, we have, as mentioned, if I can add something, mm, you have to, be when you start adding value to your professional online presence, it becomes a stepping stone. So when you're entering a group or a community, it's important for you not to advertise yourself or your business immediately. Yeah, when you are joining any, because it becomes too bombarding. If you're joining any WhatsApp group, also, just have a simple introduction of yourself, and then slowly steadily understand what is the group all about, what is the medium all about, and then start building a strong relationship with others, and then slowly subtly slip in your agenda or your goals, and that will naturally, it will be a natural flow, and then people will be interested in knowing about you, and then that's how you start sharing your content. So don't bombard it. Take baby steps. So it's very important that and find a group, find a community, or find a page, different which are aligned to your likings, your professional likings. As I said, social media can be a great marketing tool to help you gain insights, to help you gain followers for your business, or gain traction from the recruiters for your job. And once you those things, it will help you develop a strong relationship with those you know, you like, and you trust, and you want to be connected professionally. So it's very important that you know what you're doing. And as this also I mentioned, being social doesn't only mean being online, does not only mean the designated social handles. It also means writing a blog, starting your own website, starting your own YouTube channel, various mediums, Pinterest board, various mediums, and use it. Use it in a right way. Google is there for all of us. We as a coach and guides are there for you. Reach out if there's any time, any problem, and it's very easy. It's very simple. Yeah. Do we have any more questions? Um, No, I don't see any more questions. So I think um, I take a leave. It was really nice answering all those questions. Really thankful to Jobs for Her and the people who are taking care of it, like Shanita. I'm in touch with her. Thank you for having me on board always whenever you need it. And it's always nice to be connected with people, with the right kind of women, with the free spirited one, and the one who want to make a change to their life. Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye bye.